this symbol here might well be used for underplanting. If I select it, you can see it's unterpflanzen, so it is a symbol for underplanting. Its file size is relatively large. If we type FS, you can see it's 63 kilobytes. And I think that's because the elaborate symbol that's within this block probably has some elements in it that we can improve their file size. We can cramp it down a little. So what I'll do is to explode the block. If we now pick this one here, we've got 3 nested blocks, a leucanthemum, and I think this is probably the same there and here. So the efficiency of this block is quite good at this stage. There's 3 of these, and I suspect the file size of those blocks is quite small. But let's look at this one. Let's edit this block. We'll edit the block and we jump in here. So if I select there, what we see there, that's a polyline, but it's been hatched with a solid hatch pattern. So its color is color 98. So one thing we could do to reduce file size is to delete that hatching, and then we could set the color of this one to 98. I'll click somewhere in here and then just change it to 98, and then we could apply a fill. We'll say yes, that one's filled, and that has simplified the block a little. But if we now click inside here, you can see the flower head, the daisy-like head. It consists of an enormous number, not an enormous number, but a number of ellipses, and the ellipses have been rotated around to make the flower head. Now, a much more efficient way to work would be to take the, let's see if we can grab one of the symbols here, and we'll copy it and move it over here. What we'd like to do is to make this, turn this into a block and then just stamp it across in that area. Well, let's turn the flower, which I've managed to, flower head I've moved over here, let's turn it into a block and see how we go for decreasing the file size. So we'll say create block, we'll call it flower head. Bad spelling, but we'll work with it. Pick a point there as its base, and we're going to convert to a block. So now when we select that block, it's a single entity rather than all the individual ellipses in here. So let's select all of those, erase them, and we'll pick this one and move it into position. And we're done. Now we'll copy. I won't be able to get the same nice effect that we had before, but that will do us. I'll try and put about the same number of flower heads in. So we can now close the block editor. We can save. You might just check that there are no stray blocks here. If we move down through here, we can delete the block for the whole drawing. 2 blocks have been deleted, and now we go file size, we're down to 15K. So I hope you see that by paying a little bit of attention, if you're going to have nested blocks as this symbol does, then make sure that the blocks that you use in the nesting series are as simple and straightforward as possible. So we've reduced the file size from, say, 65 odd down to 15, and that over a whole drawing will have a dramatic effect on file size and consequently the speed that your drawing will zoom in and out.